What's up, everybody? This is From the Depths Collectibles coming at you with a new segment for the channel, and that is toy reviews. I've been talking about doing toy reviews for a long time. Now I finally got the setup ready to go. I got some awesome toys in the pipeline to do some reviews on, so let's get into it. Starting off, the very first toy review segment of the channel are going to be these two Street Fighter 2 figures, the Ryu and Fei Long from Jada Toys. These are first in the line, the first two characters released by Jada Toys in the Street Fighter 2 line. I am a huge Street Fighter fan, and I've always wanted a very, affordable 6-inch figure that we could play around with, because my dream ever since I was a kid was to have a complete Marvel vs. Capcom 2 collection in action figure form. Right now I have Ryu and Fei Long, but there are also a Chun-Li, a Ken, a Bison, and I believe there's a Evil Ryu, which is a Comic-Con exclusive. Now that's already a really good lineup, and I'm very happy about getting these. So let's get into these and check out the articulation, check out how these figures pose, and see what kind of accessories come with them. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the packaging first. I love this packaging. As you can see, it is in the shape of an arcade cabinet. It has the arcade buttons, even the life bars from the game. I think that is a very cool touch for these boxes. They could have gone with a plain box, but they went one step above and did a homage to the arcade cabinets. It's very cool. You get the actual character art from the Ultra Street Fighter 2 game, and it's very awesome. It's a nice touch to the box. And on the back here, you can see the entire roster from Ultra Street Fighter 2, and you see the characters that are available right now. I only have Ryu and Fei Long. I do not have Chun-Li yet. She's in the works. I'm trying to get her. Hopefully I could find her in Target. If not, then I'm gonna order her online. So here is the roster at the bottom, and I'm really hoping that this right here is a sneak peek at what we're gonna get in this line, because we already have things like Evil Ryu, Chun-Li, Ken was announced, and if you see right here, they have Violent Ken, which is kind of a niche character. Not many people know about Violent Ken. Everybody knows about Ryu, but they don't know about Violent Ken. Violent Ken's a pretty cool character. He is, instead of being taken over by the evil Hado like Ryu was, he is taken over by Psycho Power, which is the power that, powers up Bison. So that's a pretty cool character. It'd be really awesome if we do get it in this line. But the box is really cool. As you can see, there's more art on the side right here. I think this is like the Udon Comics kind of art, because it's very different from the art on the front and on the back. Same thing goes for the Fei Long box. It's more of the same, your classic cabinet look for it. And you have the graphic right here, his art. Everything is still the same, same as the other box. But if you notice in the background right here, in the background of the box is the actual stage of the character. So Ryu has his stage, Fei Long has his stage. I'm pretty sure Chun-Li is going to have her stage. So everybody's going to have their stages in the back of these cabinets. So it'd be a pretty cool thing. It's really cool to have on the shelf as is, like in the box. It makes for an awesome display piece. But we're gonna open these things up because I want to mess around with these things. I want to see how good these things are, because these are brand new figures. All right, getting everything out of the boxes, it seems like Ryu has a stand to go with the Hadouken, and Fei Long just has this big old fire thing for his fire kick, his little fire spiral upper kick. And you got the Hadouken right here, which is pretty cool. I think, yeah, look at that. That's pretty cool. As you can see right here, there's some hands molded into the Hadouken itself, which is actually a little bit of a nod to the actual look of the Hadouken in the old Street Fighter 2 game. I don't know if you noticed this, but in the old games, when the Hadouken would come out, you would see like kind of a projection of his hands doing the Hadouken motion. So that's a really cool nod. So this is already in my books, a pretty cool figure off the accessory alone. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Ryu figure first, and then we'll take a look at Fei Long after that. All right, let's check out the sculpt itself. As you can see, here is the head sculpt. I'm digging it. It's looking a lot better than the one that was released with the Ninja Turtle 2-pack. That Ninja Turtle 2-pack Ryu had a weird looking face. I cannot lie, the Chun-Li and the Ryu that came in those 2-packs look super weird. So I passed on those and I waited on these. And I'm really happy that I did, because look at the detail on the gi. It has texture to the gi, texture to the actual belt itself, and even the kanji for Ryu's belt, which is a very cool touch. Most of the time you would see that get paint over, just all black, not even worried about it. You do have his signature red headband that was given to him by Ken, and his signature red gloves. So that is awesome. It looks really cool. The other accessories that it comes with are the 2 Hadouken hands. So he looks like he's throwing a Hadouken. And his extra head, which is the mean looking head. Ryu does also come with a stand for his Hadouken. So, you know, I guess it goes one way or the other. Let's see, let's put this in like that. And then I guess you could just, there it is. There you go. And then you can pose it in any direction you want, which is an awesome little detail. Nice and easy. So for posability, let's go ahead and look at Ryu. So the arms, you get your 360 rotation on both arms, which is really good, because in case you want to be doing, you know, a Shoryuken, you got to have those arms raised up high. His head spins all the way around 360. Yeah, the neck swivel is really nice. You get a real deep, like, look down for him. You can look up real high also, which is really good. His neck is also articulated, which is a really cool touch. So here is the ab crunch. You don't get too much on the ab crunch because the gi and the belt bunches up right here. So obviously that's going to be in the way. So you can't really get too much on that, but it's pretty good for what it is. Now for the legs, you got your thigh swivel, goes all the way around 360. You got your knees, which, yeah, been pretty good. You get a good bend on those. You got to have a really good articulation for these characters, because, you know, they do a lot of fighting poses and stuff like that, and you want to get a really good range of motion. So for the feet, pretty good deep ankle swivel. You get the 360 ankle joint with the, you know, nice up and down. Good range for that. So it is not bad. This is a solid figure. This is really good. Like I said, you also got bicep swivel. The wrists move up and down. You get a nice good motion on that. So it's not bad. Honestly, I'm super impressed by these figures. For the price range, this is a definitive buy for any Street Fighter fan. All right, let's go ahead and move on to Fei Long. Now, Fei Long is looking really dope. Check out this head sculpt, guys. This head sculpt is amazing. I'm really digging this head sculpt for Fei Long. This is spot on his likeness and what he looks like. They got the flared up eyebrows, the mad look, the Bruce Lee hair. That's awesome. So he's pretty much the same thing as Ryu. As you can see, he got the ab crunch, which you get about the same for the ab crunch. It could be better, but you know, for what it is, it's not bad. You know, his trunks are not, you know, impeding the crunch, and he has a butterfly hinge for his arms, so it's pretty cool. You can get some good punch motions, some good acrobatic looking, you know, kicks, some high kicks. Get a nice range of motion for the legs and arms. You got your thigh swivel. You got your ankle 360, and you got the up and down. These are not bad at all. Now for accessories, he only has this fire part, which goes onto one of the feet. It just slides on just like that. And you can have him kicking straight up like he does in the game. So that's pretty cool. It's just a nice, you know, glove. You just stick it in there, no problem. And he comes with 2 extra hands. His other set of hands are a kung fu like looking, you know, pose, like he's doing, you know, his kung fu poses. So that is really cool, especially for this kind of a character. And last up is his second face sculpt. Now this face sculpt looks pretty good, but I do not know what's going on here on the chin. Looks like he got a little bit of a makeup problem or something. It's like he got some extra makeup on him. But yeah, it's a little bit of a flaw. So it looks like somebody touched the paint when it was wet. But, you know, that's the kind of thing you get with these kinds of figures. Yeah, that is the downside of these figures. They may be on the cheaper end of the toy spectrum, but you run into more quality issues like this, where, you know, you get smudges on the paint or chips in the, you know, actual mold itself. But it's not nothing that's gonna destroy the figure or anything like that. I do have the other head. It looks really good as is. But that is a disappointment because these figures, other than this one blemish, are pretty amazing in my book. Now for the end of this review, I am going to narrate over a couple of the still shots that I had taken of these figures in dynamic poses to show the range of motion, the kind of poses that you can get with these figures, and how cool they actually are while I do a review of them. Alright, first things first, I recommend these figures to anybody who is interested in this line, anybody that is a fan of Street Fighter. These figures will satisfy that Street Fighter itch. You know, I've been wanting to have a 6-inch Street Fighter figure since I was a little kid. I've always wanted to get them, but they're either hard to find or kind of expensive to get. So I've never really gotten anything Street Fighter. This is actually some of the first like actual action figures that I have of Street Fighter now, and I'm very happy about having these in my collection. Now I'm very excited to see what Jada Toys has in store for this line of action figures, because as you saw on the back of the box, there was a lot of characters that they have to get through, and I'm very excited to see what is next. I'm really waiting for Zangief, because Zangief is my favorite character in Street Fighter. Now when that one comes out, I want to see how they do it. Is it going to be kind of a deluxe figure? Is it going to be bigger than the rest? Is it going to be on the smaller side? Will it cost more? I'm really excited to see what they will do with the bigger characters like that. And I recommend these guys 100%. My final score for these, I believe, if we're going to give it like a score, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, must buys. Because not only are these highly detailed, they are highly articulated, very passionately created for Street Fighter fans, with little nods to the game here and there. The boxes are amazing. Everything about this line is a home run in my book. So if you like these kinds of things, guys, be sure to like and subscribe to From the Depths Collectibles, because I have more reviews in the works. Let me know if you like this kind of format. I am still, you know, kind of working on how I would do these reviews, and give me any feedback, because I really do appreciate the feedback. It does help me figure out how to do these videos, because it's all new to me. From the Depths Collectibles, out.